paint, madam? Certainly. Here's the range of CWS paints. Why so many? Well, paint has so many jobs to do. It gives protection, which is second to none, and adds colour and gaiety to your home. What's the secret behind CWS paint's high reputation? Let's watch it being made in the laboratory. Pigments, one of the 4 main ingredients providing the beautiful colouring and the hiding power typical of these quality paints. The medium binds the pigments together, and the solvent makes the paint easy to apply. The dryers complete the process after the solvent has evaporated. The skillful combination of these ingredients makes a CWS paint to beautify and protect your property for many years to come. A little pigment from a weighed quantity is placed on the bench, and they're blended together. Note the way the colour instantly begins to appear. Blending continues until the ingredients are thoroughly mixed. The colour is then checked against a test card. Not quite right yet, so a little more pigment is added. Blending the various pigments is a skilled job and continues until the colour match is perfect. The unused pigment is now weighed. From this data, a formula can be worked out for the bulk production of this particular colour. Linseed stand oil is still the most important oil used in the paint industry today, but it has to pass through many manufacturing processes before it's ready for use. It's mixed with natural resins or made compatible with synthetic resins, forming the basis of the medium. The resins are carefully weighed before being mixed with the oil. Their job is to give the paint hardness and gloss. The cooking pot is moved to the fire. As these 2 ingredients will not mix when cold, the temperature is raised to between 500 degrees and 600 degrees Fahrenheit for a definite period. At this temperature, the 2 components unite to form a crystal clear medium. It's allowed to cool, and at a specific lower temperature of 180 degrees, the solvent and dryers are added. It then passes through the centrifuge where any impurities are removed. We now have the completed medium ready for blending with the pigments. Here's a batch of paint being made up in the factory. A small quantity of the medium is added to the pigments and thoroughly mixed into a stiff paste until the correct consistency for grinding is obtained. This is then passed through the grinding machine, where the pigment is forced between a steel bar and roller under great pressure. The object being to reduce the pigment to a small particle size of about 1/1000th of an inch. There are other types of grinding machines, for example, ball mills. These machines have a quartz lining and are charged with porcelain balls revolving at a steady speed and rely on a cascading action to give the grinding we require. At all stages of manufacture, checks are made to ensure the high quality of all CWS paint. One of the laboratory staff is making a test with a Hegman gauge. This instrument is specially made to measure this very fine degree of grinding, and this, coupled with the clarification of the medium, makes sure the paint is completely free from the minutest particles. When the chemist is satisfied, the batch is ready for grinding. The remainder of the medium is then added and given a final blending. At this stage, all CWS paint is tested by the Works Control Laboratory for drying, brushability, colour, covering power and viscosity. This means a paint that will go on easily, look attractive and give a brilliant, lasting finish. If you want to paint your house, the first thing is to examine the condition of the existing paintwork. If it's in good condition, all you'll have to do is thoroughly wash the surface and apply a fresh coat of CWS Super High Gloss Enamel paint. If, however, the existing paintwork is in poor condition, you'll have to remove the old paint. The experts use a blow lamp, but don't let this put you off. Use CWS Paint and Varnish Remover. It's simple and easy to use. Just brush it on, and the paint scrapes off. If it's necessary to go down to the woodwork, or if you are painting new timber, it's most important to treat all knots before you put on a priming coat. Use CWS shellac knotting for this. It's also important to use CWS genuine lead priming for your priming coat. Undercoats are not suitable. The priming coat provides the surface for the paint to adhere to. One coat of undercoating is recommended before you apply 1 or 2 coats of CWS Super High Gloss Enamel. And remember, there are 31 wonderful shades of this paint. It intermixes too, making the 31 basic colors into an almost limitless range of shades. A thorough washing down is the order of the day before you begin that inside job. Here again, CWS Super High Gloss Enamel paint is just the paint to brighten your home. For interior jobs and where the surface is in good condition, CWS Super High Gloss Enamel is a one-coat paint, as shown by this opacity test being carried out in the laboratory. It obliterates those black and white stripes completely with one coat. CWS paint passes the sternest tests with brilliant colors. Here's a good tip for that new home or that newly plastered wall. You can't better CWS emulsion wall finish. This new synthetic gives that satin smooth finish that will enhance any room. Research to improve CWS paint quality is continuous. Sample specimens of paint are subjected to long periods of weathering and industrial pollution. Their reaction under these conditions is carefully observed. Test panels are exposed at an angle of 45 degrees facing south and are examined by laboratory staff once a month. Details of the condition of the film is recorded so that a time evaluation is reached in, say, 2 to 3 years. To speed the process, science has come to our aid and produced the weatherometer, a machine which can make its own weather. Sun and rain, whatever you want. And what would once have required many long months of waiting can now be compressed into weeks. Combination of all these tests provides the paint chemist with a means of evaluating the durability of the paint. This is the viscosity test. It's a means of measuring accurately the thickness of the paint. Very important in maintaining the easy brushing associated with CWS paints. Here we see a painted surface being subjected to stress. After bending, there's still no sign of the paint cracking, a clear indication of the flexibility of the paint film. All CWS paints are subjected to this constant testing by highly skilled chemists at all stages of manufacture. And before manufacture begins, all raw materials are thoroughly checked. CWS paint conforms to all modern laboratory testing standards. That's why you can feel confident when you next use CWS paint. The large range of CWS paints will brighten your home and bring you lasting satisfaction. For a first-class job, whether you do it yourself or bring in a decorator, you need CWS paints from cooperative stores everywhere.